Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing? Welcome, Disney. Welcome, Chris. Soundwave Man, how you doing? Popcorn, Danielle. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Hope everybody's having a good morning. We'll be up and running in a couple of minutes. There's the link for Ian when he gets in here. What else we got going on today? 11 a.m. 11 people watching. Woohoo! Yes, Disney, I will not give you a heart attack today. I hope not. I do have a bunch of quarters to go through today. So we'll be going through those as we go throughout the day. See if we find anything interesting. And I did find something kind of cool. Well, I didn't. Des did. Let me get rid of this thing. I thought it was kind of cool. You don't find them in circulation very often. Oh, I got the camera in a different spot. So it's a penny, but it's been stamped with the mint, uncirculated mint P for Philadelphia. And it goes in their bags. That was cool. They're mint sets. So yeah, same size as a penny. Oh, look who came in. Good morning, sir.
Morning, mate. I actually thought I was on time. And then I went on and I see you was already live. I looked and it's like, oh, it's already 4 minutes past.
No, we don't start till 5 after.
I
got the camera in a different spot.
You have, haven't you?
So everything's weird.
Everything's a little bit different. We ain't got the same colour on today, look, you missed it. As somebody said in one of the comments, the film I was referring to was Heartbreak Ridge, not Heartbreak Hamburger
Hill.
It was Heartbreak Ridge.
Okay.
Right, that's the one. Where
the Clint Eastwood comment. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where the character Clint Eastwood played, everybody had to wear the same colour shirt as him every morning, but without him telling them what they were going to wear.
Okay.
So you've only got it right once all week.
I only gave you a clue once all week. No, today should have been a given because this is the last clean one.
Right, okay.
And I can't wear I got yellow and red too.
Yeah, I should remember what I've sent you, really. It was
yesterday. Don't worry.
Yesterday I had a brown shirt on.
Lavender.
Oh, nice cup of tea, start of the day.
It was lavender the day before.
So how the devil are you?
I'm doing well. Got plenty of sleep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's good.
No, I did. I actually did get plenty of sleep.
That's good.
Woke up before the alarm and just laid there and said, no, I'm going to sleep a little longer, and just laid there and said, oh, I'm going to go see what they're doing. You guys were all busy.
I'll just put that there in case I spill it.
I have.
Don't want to go on the table. We want to go on a cushion. You know, just in case I spill it. Oh, you're all right because yours is our one.
I got to stack it like 2 feet tall.
Yeah, we got to get you a Note 2881.
I just realized my camera's backwards.
Oh yeah, it don't work the same. That's all right. No, 288.
All right. So I got good news and I got bad news.
Okay, let's have a bad news first, as Fran always says.
It doesn't have audio.
What doesn't?
The good news doesn't have audio. I don't think it has audio, but I added to the intro. Are you ready?
Yeah, go.
Hey now, take a step outside and seize the day now. Set aside your worries, it's okay now. The sun is here to stay. Blue skies, feel the wind beneath you as it flies.
That is,
Dancing on the clouds, lifts you high, high, high. You drop off
I love
All
it.
right. So you could hear it.
Yeah, I could hear that all the way through. I thought that was brilliant.
All right. So
Did everybody else like that?
yeah, you should have been able to hear what everybody else hears. Was the audio pretty loud or was it okay?
No, the audio was good.
Okay, cool.
It was a bit crackly, but I get that probably it's my iPad and download speeds and all that kind of thing, I suppose.
Well, you're hearing it through my microphone instead of the computer.
Oh, I see.
No. So we got the Falklands today.
We've got the Falklands today.
Oh, we got some other stuff to talk about before we get to coins.
I'll just say hello to everyone. So we've got Chris, Popcoin, hello, Danielle, Soundwave Man, hello, John. Hope you're feeling a lot better today. Popcoin.
Hey, A1, how you doing, bud? Tracy.
Aaron, Danielle. Disney. Tracy. Hello, Paul. A1, nice to see you.
Yeah, Soundwave. They most countries will do a metal press, or it's called a metal version or of the coin. So when you turn it from left to right, it's the same way. Every American one is top to bottom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, every single coin that I know of.
Yeah. You know, that's something I never really pay much attention to. 19 people already. Hello. That's good stuff.
Disney still needs 2010, 2011 park quarters. Can I email you the ones I need? No, I get way too many emails about park quarters and I can't keep them organized.
Yeah, I find that.
I will post up the 10s and 11s if I find them. And yeah, for everybody, there's about 5 people that want 10s and 11s right now.
So obviously not the easiest to find then.
I just don't go through enough. I need to go through a lot more quarters.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Yeah, so today we got, there's some good news on the, no, I'm jumping ahead. So today we got the 2011 1p and 5p for the Falklands is what we're doing on our COAs to match the Falklands 2p and 50p. So these two are dated 2011. They're all uncirculated, brand new, out of a bag. There will be hairline scratches and things because a bit mixed, come out of a mixed bag, but they're all brand new.
Did you say 50p?
No, to match the 50p because previously
okay.
Falklands 50p, which
I
you
thought
might
I had the wrong coins up.
No, you got the right coins up. Oh, I see. You had the wrong coins up there. Yeah, got you.
I thought I did.
Yeah, so we did the 50p before and we did the 2p. Now we're doing the 1p and the 5p, which is the ones that was in Butch's video just now. So they're the two that are being released today. And as soon as they are, Logan will tell me. And those of you that want to jump in quick to get the no numbers, boom, you can get in there. Right, so as soon as they're done, these are the ones we're doing. So this is the 1 penny. I don't know what penguin that is. It looks like an emperor penguin, but I'm not too sure. And this is the 5p with, I believe, is that an albatross? Looks like an albatross.
I think it's a something albatross bird. I think the type of penguin is called a Gentoo.
Oh, okay.
It's on your cue card. I even put the pronunciation on there for you. I think it's a Gen 2 penguin, and I'm not sure.
That's because I wasn't looking at where I was supposed to be looking. I hadn't turned the page over. See, which is so much more professional than me. I haven't got a clue what I'm doing half the time. It's a black-browed albatross, is what it is.
There we go.
And that's it. This one here, that's the blackbird, the black-browed albatross, that is. And the date is 2011. It weighs 3.25 grams. It's 18 millimeters in diameter and has a thickness of 1.7 millimeters. And the orientation is medal alignment, which means, I imagine,
Side to side.
Side to side, yeah.
Left to right, yeah, which is what he was just talking about.
And so that's this one here, and that's with a COA, 1,000 of those, 200 of each one, TGBCH, 295, and then we've got, and you can use your points and all that. So you can get them for free, get them all for free if you go and share our thingy of the rewards. We'll come to that in a bit. And so the next one is the 1 penny.
I'm showing a 2004, but it looks exactly the same as the 2011.
Okie dokie. I was just about to ask that. Yep.
Yeah.
So the one you're seeing there is 2004, but the one we're doing is 2011, brand new, nice and shiny, out of a bag. And these bags have been dry for the last 8 years, so they've been kept in really good condition. And that's the Gen 2 penguin, GENTOO, Gen 2 penguin. Bronze plated steel, whereas the 5p is copper nickel. This is bronze plated steel, and the weight is 3.56 grams. The diameter is 20.32 millimeters. Thickness is 1.5 millimeters. What's he doing with one of our shirts on? And the medal alignment, same front to back, left to right.
I hit the wrong button. There we go. That's what I wanted. I got a bunch of commercials preloaded.
Oh, wow. Excellent. That's great. I love the idea. Excellent. So so that's the one that we're doing today. And like I say, we'll come back to that when Logan's listed it and got that up and running. So I will certainly can be coming back to that information. Now, we'll start off with, how many we got? We've got 20 people online. So we might as well do our first giveaway. So straighten my waistcoat.
You want to do 1 through 50? Bring it down a little?
Yeah, okay.
About double the number of people in chat is a quick way of getting a number.
Double the number of people. Oh, so I see.
Yeah, there's 20, 25 people-ish in chat. So if we do it 50, we'll get the number pretty quick.
Okay. Okay, so we'll go from 1 to 50 for 500 points. And these points won't necessarily be added immediately, because Butch is helping me run the show. So after the show, Butch is going to add the points. So bear with that. It will probably be done within an hour or two of the show finishing. Depending on how knackered he is, because remember, this is nice and easy for me. 11:15 in the morning. This is 4:15 in the morning for Butch. So there you go. Away you go. Numbers 1 to 50.
I'm actually I've been doing this all week. I'm actually really used to it now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I'm only through 2 pots of tea.
Oh. I didn't think anybody was doing it. And they are.
No, it's coming through. It's coming through.
Close. No cigar. There we go.
Stop.
There we go. Tracy Taylor, you can stop now.
All right.
Where is she? Tracy Taylor at 11:16 on number 21. That was the first number 21 that I saw. Well done, Tracy. That'll
Let
be
me
500 points in your account.
Scroll
later on.
down to it. Tracy guessed 100. We got 22, 15. Am I just not seeing it?
She's in between Disney Princess
There we
and
go.
One Collectors.
I found it.
Got it?
It's easier to look for the number than it is the name.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody else before that. Cool, Tracy.
No, me neither.
Tracy Taylor. I will put that on right now.
So, excellent. Now then, what else was I going to do? Oh, yes. So, there's a couple of things I want to incorporate, Butch.
Okay.
One, which we keep forgetting, is the auction every day. We're supposed to be having a cash auction every day.
Oh, we never talked about it. Yeah, we can do auctions are cool.
Yeah. And I keep meaning to talk to you about it, to do it. So it was supposed to go up £10 a day.
Oh, I forgot about. I know what you're talking about.
Do you remember now?
Yeah.
And if I remember rightly, we didn't do it Monday, so we did a double one on Tuesday, didn't we? Which Michael Locke won.
The coins only mystery package.
That's it. That's it. So we did one on Tuesday, but we didn't do one Wednesday. We didn't do one Thursday. And we didn't do one today. So Wednesday would be 120. Thursday would be 130. Friday would be 140. Right?
Okay.
Which would mean 7, 8, 9. So that would be £390 worth of mystery parcels we should have auctioned off by now.
Adding them all up.
Adding them all up, right? And then so Monday's one needs to be 150, and then Tuesday 160, Wednesday 170, and Thursday 180. And Friday 190, and we go up £10 every day. I just got to say, can you play the commercial? I just got to say goodbye to my friend. She's off for the weekend, and I'm let loose for the weekend again. So that could be a dangerous weekend.
Oh, I think I did that. I did that wrong. I gave her GAW points, and the comment was 500. That doesn't work. That worked.
I'll be good.
All right, Tracy, those are added.
I'll be good. Oh, you added Tracy's?
Yeah. I will. I know she's easy to find, and you were going to talk for a few minutes.
Okay.
Hey, Jeff is back. Hey, bud.
Hi, Jeff.
So you got 390 pounds total?
Yeah, £390 total for today. And then we go back to doing it daily next week, increasing it by £10. So, like I say, Mondays will be 150, and then each day it will be £10 more.
You say Monday's 150?
Yeah.
Good. Oh, so it's always going to raise up 10. It's not going to reach
so
that.
the value of the parcel on Monday will be 150, and then the value of the parcel on Tuesday will be 160, and so on.
Okay.
So the value of the parcel that we auction off every day will go up by £10. So perhaps in a couple of months, the value of the parcels are reaching a couple of grand, but we've got lots of people on board.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. Cool.
Disney says, did you add her points from yesterday? I think yesterday's was all done.
Yeah, I want to say because I didn't know your name. I didn't know how to look you up, and somebody told me.
Oh, that's all right. Otherwise, ask me, because I know that is.
Did you give me a name?
I didn't know. But I'll do it now. So I'll do it now.
I should have given you your points, but let me double check, hon. I'm looking for my sheet from yesterday.
Did you want me, Logan?
The big line,
What did she? What did she win points for?
black albatross,
She won one of the 500s, didn't she?
then 2
We found that out too.
penguins.
I just found it out because I looked at my sheet.
Morning, Logan.
Butch says good morning.
Morning, Birch.
Oh, I'll get the dates done today. I completely forgot about them.
Thank you.
I swear.
Okay, so I've just texted you privately, Butch, to give you Disney's name.
Okay, I have it written down for 500 points.
Yeah.
Let me double check it, Disney.
So whilst Butch is just doing that and making sure that they're added,
I did not do it. I do not recognize that name.
Okay, he'll do it now. So while Butch is doing that, I'll just let everybody know the Falklands 1p and 5p have just been listed. So if you're waiting for that news in order to get in on the early numbers, then get in quick because they've just been listed. Now, somebody asked me if we could do sets, as in a variation to allow people to just buy the set instead of buying them all individually. See you later, love you lots. And the problem with that is we've got to be careful on the quantities because not everybody wants sets and one thing or another. So we need to, for the moment, we need to just leave it as it is. I know it's a bit of a ball ache when you want to buy all 5 and you have to literally pick all 5 of them individually instead of just picking a variation that says a set. But we need to just see how this goes for the moment. But we will look at doing that. So we will look at adding a variation for sets if we can.
Now, is the variation with the sets, is it the logistics with the COAs that makes it a pain?
No, it means that what we would need to do is we would need to perhaps put a variation in for a full set. And then if we put, say, 50 available, we've got to take 50 off of all the others in order to keep the numbers right, because there is only 200 of each letter, you see.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
So the sets would have to be out of ones that are left.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we'll have a look at adding those next week to make it easier for people.
It's 5 letters. I mean, it's not. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not too much of a ball ache.
I personally think the sets is a good idea too.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. It is a good idea because when you've got something like the circulated penny that we just put up and you've got 44 variations in there, it takes you ages to pick one of each, whereas just to click and buy the entire set would be a lot easier. But then again, if you did buy the entire set and you're a person that wants to try and get your COAs with 3 points, then that doesn't work for you because the price is going to be higher and it's going to be over the voucher price and you're going to have to add more money to it. So it swings and roundabouts, really. But we will have a look at that for next week. See if we can't do something with it. Once we've got... Go on, mate.
I was just thinking about the vouchers because then there'd be 5 vouchers with each of those sets instead of just 1 voucher for a set. But yeah, I'm not going to confuse the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, just
couldn't you? Blah blah.
On that one, just everybody leave it with me to sort of think about and have a look at next week. We didn't know exactly how many we were going to be doing last week compared to this week. So, so give me the weekend to sort of think about that. Pardon me, and I will attack that little job. Try and make it easier. So anybody thinking of buying the set of all the 44 pennies, if you want to hold on to save you the work, just hold on and I will have a look at that.
Yeah, that's the reason I haven't bought them yet.
Yeah, because it's too
There's
much.
a lot of pennies to buy there if you're going to buy everything.
Yeah, got it. So I will do a price at the bottom for this set. But then again, you see, when you think about it, like I say, for those people wanting to use points, 44 times £1 or so it'd be 44 quid. Some of them are a little bit more, so you're probably looking at about 44, somewhere in the region about 50 quid, and the highest voucher is 30. So you'd have to add 20 quid to it if you did it that way. Whereas if you bought them all individually, you could probably get them all for nothing at your points, if you see what I mean.
How many years are there?
There's 44 variations at the moment, I believe.
44 for each of the letters.
Yeah.
And that's
Oh,
and I believe they start at 99 cents, don't they? There's $1.95.
yeah, that's
No, those are 99 cents.
Yeah. Yeah, 99p, yeah. It's the cheapest one. And what I've done is I've kept them the same price that I sell them at normally.
I said cents.
Yeah, you got to, wouldn't you? I mean, you speak in cents and dollars, and I speak in pence and pounds.
You know what I mean.
I do. They're not that far away. You know, it only makes a real difference when you get up to the high amounts. The difference between 99 cents and 99 pence is very small, isn't it, really?
The princess has been paid.
All paid Disney.
You're welcome, Disney. Sorry about that.
So
I had
this
the name there, I just didn't have it scratched out.
So this might be an ideal time, if you're all right with it, Butch, for me to get into something I want to talk about.
I will give you the floor.
Can I pay by bank transfer at about 21:30, or is that too late for you? No, that would be okay for me, Soundwave Man, if you won the auction. And we'll do that in a little while. What's the time? We'll do that about 12 o'clock. See if we can get a couple more people in. But we'll auction that off, and we'll do that as one parcel today. So it will be a £390 at our prices on the site. £390 mystery parcel of coins. I don't know what I'm going to put in it yet, but that's what we're going to put up today, because we've had it
cash only.
Cash only, yeah, and I want paying by bank transfer. So we'll put that up at 12 o'clock.
So about half an hour.
Yeah. Which will give me half an hour to sort of have a bit of a chirpy. So I've got to be careful. I've got to be. Part of me wants to be careful, and part of me doesn't really want to. Part of me is feeling very at the moment. And so, where do I start? So, as you know, I've had trouble with people like, and I don't care about calling them out. I've had trouble with people like Alex Blondon and Lee Holt and Lisa McLaughlin and people like that. I've had trouble with them kind of people for a long time. I mean, we're going on a year, 2 years, and it sort of gets to the point where it's borderline harassment or stalking or whatever. Now, you might want to know why this is all tying in with mental health. It ties in with mental health because I think we've all got filters. All of us. Me, Butch, Disney, Soundwave Man, Lorna, Chris, and anyone else I can see on here. Tracy, whatever. I believe we've all got filters, right? And there are some filters that some of us have got that others haven't got. For example, I'll pick on myself. One of my things is that, and I believe I'm on the spectrum, Asperger's and all of that, right? But I'm not on the end of the spectrum like Rain Man, where I can remember a deck of cards. We talked about this before. I'm on a lower end of the spectrum, more towards Asperger's and all of that. But, you know, I'm on the spectrum. So we all have these filters, right? One of my non-filters is the fact that I'm quite a direct kind of guy. So if I was having a conversation with you face to face, you know, I've had people say things to me like, cool, flipping hell, and it's direct and blimey, you know, and yet I don't see anything wrong with that. I think, what? I don't understand what, you know, I just said what I think. But I'm a little bit direct, a little bit too direct sometimes. So that's one of my filters that sometimes isn't there. And that will sometimes get me into trouble because I will blurt something out in company and people will look at me and go, "Oh, that was a bit strong. Oh, that was a bit direct." And I'm not meaning any offence. I'm not having a go at someone. I'm just saying it as it is, how I see it. Right? That's one of mine. And so a negative aspect of that filter on me is that it causes me issues in social situations because I can easily offend people, and I tend to have a Marmite effect. So that's one of my filters. So I'll pick on me for that. So another filter is what I consider to be a normal person. Any normal person, so within this and within this, whatever you want to class normal as, and then you've got outside of normal, right? But whatever you want to class normal as, normal to me, normal to everybody, even if you're on the spectrum, not on the spectrum, whatever, normal to me is that we all know that to walk into a shop and pick something up off the shelf and nosh it and eat it and walk out and not pay for it, we all know that that is wrong. That's crossing a sort of a line, right? Now, there's no signs up saying you can't open anything, you can't open this and nosh it and not pay for it. There's no sign that says that. But you know, and I know, we all know, all the normal people know that when they go in a shop, that they mustn't do that, right? You've got a filter, what I call a filter, and you mustn't do that. And you know you mustn't do that. There's nobody tapping you on the shoulder going, "Oh, don't do it." You know. Now, there are some people of the way that they are, whose filters are not there, but they're rare people, very, 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 very rare, right? But there are people out there that live in the world where the filter that says that that is wrong doesn't exist in them. Therefore, they don't understand that that's wrong. Why can't I just pick that up and eat it? I'm hungry. And they won't understand anything else, if you see what I mean. Might be one end of the spectrum to the other as an example, but I use that as an example because most of us know if you're within a normal whatever, that to do certain things is wrong. But there are people outside of that that don't think it's wrong. So where am I going with all of this? So, for example, we were just talking a minute ago to two people there that use pseudonyms. They use usernames, right? We've got Disney Princess there, and we've got Soundwave Man. Now, there's a difference between the two people, and this is where it comes down to our individual privacy, right? Difference between the two people. Soundwave Man, he doesn't care if I use his real name. He doesn't mind. And there are other people on there who, even though they use a username, they don't mind people knowing their real name. And then there are other people, like Disney, who doesn't go about using her real name necessarily. She just uses Disney Princess. And then when you talk to people like that, you show respect by just talking to them as Disney Princess, right? Now, I, of course, know everybody's name, but I only know everybody's name because you're on my system and you are customers of mine. So I already know Disney Princess's name, but I also know, because I've picked up, that she doesn't use her real name all the time. So I wouldn't keep referring to her as her real name. And in a situation where she's won something and Butch needs to know who it is, I text it to him privately, right? Because you've got to respect other people and their ways. I don't care. Of course I don't care. Therefore, my face, my name, it's all out there. Whether I use a pseudonym, TGBCH or not, it's all out there. And there are some people that don't care. Butch doesn't care. If he cared, he wouldn't put his face on there. None, you know. So, but there are people that want to retain a bit of privacy. And when people want to retain a bit of privacy, you've got to allow that. Because to do the opposite of allowing that becomes offensive. Now, if I started mentioning, for example, Disney's name or another person on there who I know doesn't use their name publicly, but goes by a username, if someone like me was, just because I know their name, was to start using it, that would be A, very offensive, and B, supposing they're not customers of mine, but I know their names and I go mentioning it, that then becomes intrusive and starts to become into the world of scary, and then starts to become into the world of stalking. Because if somebody hasn't volunteered the use of personal information, then to start using that person's personal information becomes offensive and intrusive and not very nice. It becomes going down a road of, you know, borderline illegality, in my opinion. So again, where am I going with all this? Well, we lost somebody today that I didn't really want to lose, that a channel out there that I sponsor. That's as far as I want to go as to who it is. Who it is doesn't matter. The reason I lost them was because people like Alex Blondon and Lee Holt and Lisa McLaughlin, people like this, their filters are not there. The filter that says it's wrong to mention somebody's real name when you know their real name, or when you shouldn't know their real name. And that's even worse. When you shouldn't know, when there's no reason whatsoever why you should know somebody's real name, but you know their personal details. Now we're going down a bit of a naughty road now. There's some filters. There are some serious filters going on in those people's minds that think that that is okay behaviour. Because most normal people, within whatever bounds of normality you want to call it, most people would respect somebody's privacy, would respect the fact that they are not using their real name, and so on and so forth. So you don't go making a point of finding out who their real name is and finding out where they live and finding out personal details about their family. It's all wrong. And it all comes into that mental health spectrum. My first thought this morning was one of real anger. I was so angry this morning. Really angry. Spitting mad angry I was this morning. Angry enough to punch somebody I was this morning. And then I have to step away from that, because my first thought is these people are evil. Evil. That's my first thought. You can't go around thinking everybody's evil and not you. You can't go around thinking, well, just because they don't think the same way I do, they must be evil. You don't really go like that, though, does it? So I have to have a cup of tea. I have to calm myself down. I have to have a little smoky, and I'm trying to think what's going on, and think about it and stuff. And then I inevitably think about nowadays the filters. Something I'm going to come on to a bit more in a minute. I come on to what I think about is the filters. Hi, Ailey. And for these people, the filters that say that is wrong, that is wrong behaviour, that is not the behaviour of what a normal person should be doing, those filters are not there. So these people are investigating and finding out and whatever, and then they drop clangers and inadvertently let somebody know that they know their real details. And whoosh. Now all sorts of things go on now. Now you have families in fear. Now you have people actually worried, people actually frightened. They shouldn't know our name. How do they know our name? We don't put our name anywhere. We don't advertise our name anywhere. How do they know our name? Get over the evil thing. Get over the evil and nasty and vindictive and vicious thing. Because if these people are like that, then these people must wake up in the morning and think about who they can be vicious against. Who can I do? Who can I be vicious against? That's just, no, I can't believe that so many people would literally wake up in the morning and wake up wanting to do harm to people. No, I don't believe that. What I believe is, from my heart, what I believe is that their filters are out of kilter. They're filters that tell them that it's wrong to go into that shop and pick up something and nosh it and walk out. And that's wrong. Their filters ain't there to tell them that it's wrong. So stalking to them, when they go stalking people, there's nothing telling them that that's wrong. There's no little conscience on their shoulder going, nag, 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 this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. And so it starts to then, my anger starts to subside a bit, because what's the point at being angry and punching somebody or wanting to punch somebody who actually doesn't know or doesn't understand that they've done any wrong? These people don't think they're doing any wrong. They are so far away from me on the spectrum, it's unreal. But on the spectrum is where they are. There is no way somebody could behave like that and not be on the spectrum. So they are definitely on the spectrum. I'm just hoping they're a long way away from me. And it does, the whole thing does make me very angry, you know, at where all of this comes from. And, you know, the link in all of this goes back to the Royal Mint. You know, some people can say, well, I'm spouting that off, just whatever, but it does. It goes back to the Royal Mint. You know, Lee Holt's group, he represents the Royal Mint in it, or pretends to, in one of his groups. I was looking at Alex Blondon's friends list, and I was noticing that some of you are in his friends list and some of you are also in my friends list. Now, I'm not a person to go, oh, if you're friends with him and all that, but in a case like this, in a case where people step into the realms of illegality, I'm saying, I don't care if you're in his friends list. It does not bother me one little bit, but I ain't having you in mine. Because if you condone that kind of behaviour, that's fine, crack on, but I ain't having you in mine. And I know that there are some of you that are in his friends list and you're also in mine. I'm going to give it a week and then I'm taking everybody out of mine. I should just go through his friends list, and anyone that's in his friends list, I'm taking them out of mine. Because that kind of behaviour, and the same for Lee Holt and the same for Lisa McLaughlin, I'm having nothing to do with those people until those people publicly come forward and apologise and say that they will never do it again, and that they lift all their stupid restrictions and they lift all their stupid bars and discriminations and all the rest of it, you know. So that's what I feel about people like that. I think, on the one hand, I want to say, you evil, nasty people. I really do. But on the other, I want to go, do you know what? I'm understanding that your filters ain't quite there. Trouble is, your filters are taking you into down a road of criminality and illegality. And therefore, anybody that is in your friends list, any of them three people's friends list, I don't want you in mine. That's not me being bitchy. I don't want to be associated with those kind of people in any way whatsoever. Do not want to be associated with them. Do not want there to be a connection. Do not want to look on my own friends list and find that it says so-and-so is also a friend of so-and-so. I don't even want to see it. Thank you very much. So that's what I'm doing. I'm cleaning up my own Facebook and my own friends list and etc. on that basis. I just don't want to be associated with these what I want to call evil, nasty people. But on the other hand, I have to acknowledge that maybe they ain't. Maybe they're nice people. Maybe they're the sort of people that you could enjoy a Sunday lunch with and play with the kids with. Maybe. But something's not right somewhere. There are filters right out of bonk. And this leads me into, for the last 15 minutes before we do the auction, this leads me into what I honestly believe is an issue that people need to talk about with mental health, which is this Asperger's stuff and this being on the spectrum and what is it they call it? I forget the name of it now. someone might punch up the name in a minute. There's Asperger's and there's something else we call it, whatever. And it's all about being on a spectrum. One of you punch up the name if you think you know it. A bit like Rain Man, if you remember the film. And now what the trouble is that it's all looked at as, if anyone's paying attention, punch it up. Or am I just flapping my lips? So, I view it as, people view Asperger's and being on a spectrum as a bad thing. Hello, Andrew. They view it as a really bad thing. You know, if you talk to somebody about that, oh, is your child got Asperger's or anything like that? Most people will go, no, they ain't. Nothing wrong with my kid. No, my kid's all right. Nothing wrong with him. And they take it as a negative point. What I've come to believe and learn is that it's not a negative. It's a positive, and I wish I'd understood it many, many years ago. It's a positive. It's a superpower. Autism. Thank you very much, Soundwave Man. Autism was the other word I was looking for. Actually, so you've got your Asperger's, right, and you've got your autism. Well, it's all of it, all of it. Any of that stuff, yeah, all of it. It's all what they call what on a spectrum. The spectrum. There's a spectrum, and if you're in that kind of, you're on it, right? Rain Man. Autism, Asperger's, whatever, attention deficit syndrome, all that, you're on the spectrum. Looked at in our society, I don't know what the society is like over in America with books, but in our society, it is looked at as a down thing. It's looked at as a negative, bad thing. And anybody that's got a kid that might be on the spectrum, might be a bit autistic, might be a bit Asperger's, people take that to mean a negative slant, and it's like, not my kids. No, 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 no. I think, actually, it's a superpower. And I'll tell you how I explain that. If you look at anybody that is on the spectrum, anybody, no matter who they are, if you examine that person a bit better, look into that person a bit better, you can see that they might have a gift. So one person on the spectrum might be able to just pick up a musical instrument and self-teach, just like that. My brother Nick, he can pick up a musical instrument, virtually any musical instrument, and he can go away and he'll tinker with it and play with it and whatever, and he'll produce tunes out of it, etc. And he'll actually make music out of it without being taught how to play it. Blows my mind. To me, he's on the spectrum. That's a superpower. I know people that can pick up a pen and a piece of paper, and in 5 minutes they're giving you a work of art. They're on the spectrum. That's a superpower. I can't do that. Can you do that? I can't do that. Any of those two things I can't do. Who was it? Was it Beethoven or someone like that? Had read the Bible twice, cover to cover, by the time they was 4 years old. There was somebody, you know. Disney Princess says, you're right, Ian, I have a close family member with autism who is completely outspoken but not a hurtful bone in his body. Not an excuse. Yeah. You know, people, and we don't give it enough attention. We don't understand it enough. And it's all chucked into this, oh, it's mental health issues, right? Mental health issues. I've got no issues. I've got no mental health issues. I've got no issues with my head. It's just that my head works differently to Chippy Doodles, and it works differently to Andrew's, and it works differently to Disney's. My head works in a different way. I do get it that, you know, there's a part of me that doesn't understand why everybody, all of you and everybody else in the world doesn't see things the way I do. How can everybody in the world not see things exactly the same way I do? Some of you might often feel the same. But we are. Hello, Angela. We are. We're all different. And this spectrum thing, Asperger's and autism and mental health, it's all different. There are mental health issues, But there are mental health issues that are made into mental health issues that shouldn't be mental health issues. I don't think somebody should be chastised, looked down upon, treated negatively, frowned upon, just because they've got Asperger's or just because they've got autism. Actually, really, a lot of these people, we should be looking up to them. Because if you look at everybody that you look up to, each and every one of you, I bet if I say, who do you look up to? All of you would be different. Someone would go, I look up to Einstein. Someone would go, I look up to Beethoven. Someone would go, I look up to Elvis Presley, and so on, and so on, and so on. And most of the people that you have looked up to all of your life and now are all on the spectrum. They've all got their own superpowers of a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Do you think Einstein would be Einstein if he wasn't way out there on the spectrum? And yet we look up to him. Find me somebody famous that wasn't on the spectrum. Find me somebody that we look up to that wasn't on the spectrum. That would be more difficult. Be more difficult than trying to look for somebody that is on the spectrum, because most of them bloody are. So for me, and I'll explain my superpowers like I've explained them before. So one of my superpowers that I actually refer to as superpowers now, and I believe it now, I really do. One of my superpowers is to be able to look at a situation and almost play it out in my head like a video. I can see it happening. How do I do that? Do that, do that, do that, do that, do that. I can almost see it happening. And in a weird kind of way. And so when I went to the mint and I first went up to the counter, and the woman in front of me bought something, and I saw the till open, and the lady took out 5 10p's and gave it to her in her change. And I'm next, and I said, oh, a bit of chocolate. And I said, oh, can I have 5 10p's? Can I have some 10p's in the change? And she said, you can only have a maximum of 5 per transaction. Immediately, my head is trying to work out, I wonder how many transactions, I wonder if there's a limit on transactions, and I wonder what the cheapest item is in the shop. Pardon me. And once I'd answered those 2 questions and found out there was no limit on transactions and the cheapest item in the shop was 50p, within 5 minutes, I'd already worked out a plan in my mind to now get loads and loads and loads of them, and then tell everybody else, here, look, here, look, come and get this. This is what you've got to do. Go over there, get some there, over there, over there, and over there, and then you get as many as you want. And they all started telling each other, and they all started doing it. And all of this was going around in my mind within 5 minutes. And then I'd already worked out that now I'm going to get them to get a load. Once they've got a load, I want the ones that they're getting. I want them to go up to the counter and get them for me. So now I've got to get them off of them. And I came up with the idea of having auctions and getting people to pay me in 10p's. And I had a little wry smile on my face, watching them go up to the counter one after the other, thinking to myself, I wonder how many of you I'm going to rinse these 10p's out of. And I know all what I was going to do about the 10p auctions and all the rest of it, which happened over a series of a couple of weeks. And I knew all of that within 5 minutes standing there at the till. Within less than 5 minutes, a couple of minutes standing there at the till. Now that to me, that's like a little mini superpower. That, you know, I have a way of being able to look at situations and take the best sometimes out of that situation. Someone else's superpower would be to write something. There you go, Mick, our article writer. I hope I don't, I'm not stepping out of line here by saying I honestly think Mick is definitely up there on that spectrum. I don't know what, because I'm not a doctor. So I couldn't tell you whether somebody's autistic, how autistic, whether they're Asperger's, how Asperger's, whatever. But I can look at someone and go, oh yeah, I think you're on the spectrum. You know, prolific at what he does, brilliant at what he does. And the minute you see brilliance in anybody, to me, that's a first clue. They're probably on the spectrum. Have a look. And then look at other aspects of their life and what they do and how they do it. You know, I mean, there was a time in my life where I used to put all the labels in the cupboard to the front. Every label on every can and every bottle was faced to the front. You know, can't imagine that now. I don't care now, but, you know, I did. But so you'll have someone like Mick, brilliant at what they do, absolutely brilliant, but somewhere there, you know, somewhere on the spectrum. It wouldn't surprise me if I'm not stepping out of line to say that even Butch is somewhere there on the spectrum. There's a brilliance in Butch at some of the stuff he can do. First clue to anybody, I think. But instead of looking at these things negatively, which is what we tend to do, I think a lot of us maybe could do with taking a step back. And when we get offended by the actions and the words of somebody, I have severe OCD, and that can be very hard for non-sufferers to understand. Yeah, absolutely. You know, if we sometimes take a step back and think, well, you know, maybe that person isn't doing or saying that to intentionally hurt me, even though it's just put red rag to a bull. Maybe I need to think about that a little bit more. You know, how are they coming? It's difficult. It's difficult. I mean, just watch the film Rain Man and just think, you know, if you was with him in his company, how could you not be offended sometimes? Sometimes it might come out with comments that might want to make you slap somebody. But being normal and all the rest of it, you've got to just hold on and go, well, hang on a minute. Let's just have a look. I mean, and, you know, Angela, severe OCD, very hard for non-sufferers to understand. It's so true. There are people out there that have to have every single label of every single product in their cupboard facing frontwards. And a lot of people would laugh at that type of person. That's how they see the world. That's how they got to have it. I would see somebody like that, and all I would do is I'd say I used to be like that. I'm not like that anymore, but I used to be like that. I understand where someone like that can come from. And why do we have to laugh anyway? Why does it have to be so funny to laugh at somebody just because they've got a bit of OCD? What is it that makes you the person doing the laughing? What is it that makes them so big and clever laughing at somebody? If somebody has to have every single label pointing to the front, that's what they have to have. I have my own OCD. I have my cup on the table here, and I will not have my cup that way round because that's the wrong way round. My head says it's the wrong way round. I'm not having it the wrong way round. So I will fiddle with my cup, and if my cup ends up being like that, that will annoy me. It's got to be like that. And if it ain't like that, it's going to annoy me, and it's going to be part of my peripheral vision. It's going to keep taking up, and I'll fidget. That's OCD. Putting a lighter on the table like that and fiddling with it because it's got to be straight. And picking up a pen and putting it straight and having all the things on the thing straight. Yeah, that's OCD. So's hoovering your carpets. Hoovering your carpets is OCD. It's just now you've got levels of OCD. You've got the supersonic level of OCD where somebody might have to have every single thing in their house, every single thing a certain way round, and that's it. And then you'll get somebody else who has to have everything facing the front in their cupboards, but on a, you know, it doesn't matter if it doesn't matter if there's a chess piece out of bonk on the chessboard. That doesn't matter. Whereas someone else it does. Soundwave man, I have Asperger's and OCD, and I can say now that I am extremely impressed and honoured by your wise and truthful speech. Oh, don't, you'll start me off. Thank you. I absolutely understand you, Angela. I do. And it's not understood enough. All my kids are on the spectrum. And I would have been a heavy defender of one of the people. I would have been one of those people that went, I don't know. Fran is a psychotherapist. She diagnosed me with Asperger's 20 years ago. I've been fighting it for 20 years. It's only last year It's only this last year I've actually come to realise. They used to call me Uncle Burger. My niece has grown up from a baby, literally from a baby in nappies, to now being in university, calling me Uncle Burger. And for 20 years, 19 years, that has so offended me. There's times I've gone off and oops. There's times I've gone off and cried over that. It hurts so much. And what I couldn't, sorry. What I couldn't get people to understand was like, for me, that was like me, excuse me, that felt a lot like being fat, being 20 stone, and having my niece grow up from a nappy to university calling me Uncle Fatty. It was that offensive for 18 years. But now, but now I get it in my own mind. I'm not saying somebody else understands it the same way I do, not at all. Not saying that. But what I'm saying is, in my mind, I understood it. And for me, I got it in a lightning flash when, at the period when my dad died. That was when it appeared to me. When I got back to my brother's one night, and it was like a sudden revelation. Oh, that'd be lovely. Yeah, I'd love one. Thanks, Angela. Thanks very much. And and it sort of come like a revelation to me when I went back there, and my own family, you know, my family, my entire family, and I know some of my family will watch this. My entire family have had mental health issues. These 3 words, mental health issues, bandied about for years. And in most of my family, the thought of somebody being autistic and the thought of somebody having Asperger's is a negative connotation. It is a totally negative connotation. To the point where people in my family will be, no, they haven't, not my kids. My kids ain't got autism. My kids ain't got Asperger's. And knowing what I know now, to be in that position, knowing what I know now, understanding it the way I understand it now, I'd be so proud. I'd be so proud of a diagnosis of Asperger's for my child. I would now, right at this moment, if I had a little kid, and like some of you have maybe that are watching, some of you have got kids 8, 10 years old, whatever, 6 years old, whatever, and you know, and you're thinking, haven't they got, are they on the spectrum, aren't they on the spectrum, worried and all the rest of it. If you think for one moment that they are on the spectrum, that is a proud moment to have, because there's something special about your kid. If you're on the spectrum, if you've got Asperger's, if you've got autism, in any way that puts you on that spectrum, there is something special about you. It doesn't, maybe you haven't tapped into it yet. Like suddenly picking up a pen and paper and going, do you know what? I think Ian might be talking a load of old pony, but I'm just going to pick up a pen. I'm just going to pick up a pen and paper, and I'm just going to draw something. I'm going to see if I can copy it and draw it. See how it turns out. One or two of you might go, bloody hell, I didn't think I could draw like that. You might be surprised. Pick up a musical instrument. One of my sons, I believe, is on the spectrum. Worked in a pallet making factory for God knows how many years, 10 years, something like that. You know, he's never had a chance till recently to tap into any of his superpowers because he had to be in that world of I've got to have a job and support the family and one thing or another, and got tied into and trapped into the job that he was doing. But I honestly believe that everybody that is on the spectrum, everybody, if you've got any kids that are on the spectrum, look at them a little bit differently now. If you didn't know this already, I mean, I might be telling Granny how to suck eggs, but if you didn't know this already, look at them. Look at them a little bit different. And just look at them and think, I wonder what your superpower is. You don't know. You might be looking at the best chef since whatever. You might be looking at the best artist since whatever. The best trombone player. You don't know. Until you give that kid a chance to play around with something that will find out where their superpower lies. Until that kid has a chance, he ain't never going to know, and neither are you. That's what I think. So, yeah, so that's what I think on there, and that's why it was important to me to bring it up. And I thought today was an ideal time. I've been wanting to do it for ages. I apologise for getting a bit wassy, but you know, best way of explaining things sometimes is to use your own. But I've been wanting to talk about it for ages because I do believe it's a superpower. I do believe every single person that's got Asperger's and autism, they've got a bit of a superpower. It's just that we don't know what it is, and we look at it negatively and everything. You know, who's going to give their if somebody's got a kid who's got Asperger's or autism, who's going to think of giving that kid a go in the kitchen making cakes? It's the last thing anybody's going to think of. You know, probably, you know, taking them into a music shop, taking that kid into a music shop and letting them look and feel and touch and play every single instrument until all of a sudden they touch and feel and play one and they go, this is the one. They know, they'll know. So there we go, and we're going to have a little auction now. So I'll get off my soapbox. So that's why I'm angry, but I'm not too angry because I know that these people, they're just, you know, their filters are all wrong in a way, or they've got different filters, etc. But still, there's three people there I don't want anything to do with them, and I don't want anything to do with the people that do want something to do with them. Look at that, we've got our own Great British Coin Hunt playing cards, box of matches.
Mystery box. It's a mystery box auction.
I love it. I love it. It's a mystery box auction. GSA Wolfcoin says, I apologise. I didn't ignore your comment, but I did pass over it because I was chirping away. But he says, I used to hate it when people called me thick because I can't spell, and when people can't understand dyslexia and autism and OCD, have all of these. Yeah.
Wow.
And I understand. I do actually understand where you're coming from on that because as one of my exes was dyslexic, and I learned about dyslexia because we were together when I was about 20, yeah, about 19, 20 we got together, 18 actually, 18, 19 when we got together. So I learned about dyslexia at a very early age, and even then it was still difficult to understand. you know, that somebody can actually look at the same words I can look at, but they're seeing the letters in a different way round, or they try and write the word, and as they write the word, they're writing letters the wrong way round, and it's really difficult, you know, in some ways to look at that and go, how can you possibly do that? What is wrong with you? What's going on? You know, but that's how they see it. It's all about how it gets taken in by the eyes, and the information is then taken to the brain, and how the brain interprets the information that the eyes are seeing, and all the rest of it. And it does a silly thing, and it mixes it round. It's like it winds them up. You know, it's doing it for a wind up, and it just turns the letters around for them so that they can't. But to them, they think they're looking at, like he thinks he's looking at what the same word I'm looking at in the same spelling, but might be different. You see, and it's not very nice. All these things, not very nice, and it's, you know, it's very easy for people to call you illiterate or thick, but you can have a university degree, you can have a master's degree, and still be dyslexic. Anyway, so mystery box, Butch's mystery box, and so the value of that mystery box is £390, and let's have a bid of £1, and we'll just hold the comments and everything back while there's an auction going on. So refrain from the comments for a bit. Let's have a break from that, me talking, and we'll go into a little bit of an auction. Yeah, it makes it difficult as well reading out loud. See, someone with dyslexia can't read out loud. You what, Butch?
Oh, that was just me. I hit the wrong button.
Oh, okay.
I figured out how to type in a pound on my keyboard now, but it requires like 700 keystrokes. And one of them was wrong.
£30 straight in from Soundwave Man.
Boom.
Boom. Mystery box. And so we've got our first bid at £30, and we'll count it down. We've had some people join us over on Patreon. We're going to try and do our first show today. And every day on our live shows here, we have a £2,000 points bonus that gets rolled over every day. If there's a winner, it goes, and if there isn't a winner, it gets rolled over. Or if one of us wins it, because we're all commenting as well, and we're trying to win it too. But if we win it, it's an automatic rollover. So we don't actually get it. We're just in it to muck you up. That's
that's right, the muck up. Ha ha.
We're in it to muck you up. We're in it to stop.
Oh, I win it. I'm adding the 2,000 to my points. Hey, right, Ian. We got Ian at 32.
Excellent.
Ian at 32. Ian is also our newest Patreon member.
Well done, Ian. Thank you very much.
He's at the Bandits Live level, so that's cool.
David, you're a bit low, mate. We're up to 32 at the moment. So we've had 4 people come over onto Patreon, and we've started 6. Yeah, we've had 6. And we've started, like, you get sort of rewards and things, tiers. And we've started adding to those. And there's some good tiers on there.
I saw the last one you added.
What was that one, sorry?
I saw the last one you added.
Yeah, the last one I added was a really big one. I don't expect anybody to be going for that yet, but there's more to add to them. And every tier that you have, you'll also get everything below it, including the points. However they add up and stack up, you'll also get everything below it. So the top tier is obviously the nuts of the tier to be on. But, you know, But that's why it's the nuts of a tier to be on, because it's the most expensive at $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
However, it starts at $3 a month. And at $50 a month, you get automatic free shipping. So even if you're on a lower one and you're at $50, you'll get free shipping. You don't get free shipping unless you're on the $50 a month one.
There was
Because that,
something else you added to the 50 last night. I don't remember now. Was there something else you added?
yeah, the other thing I added was the points bonus that people get is not just a one-off. So even though those of you that joined the Patreon, you got your points for joining, a bonus, but you'll get that bonus twice a year. So you'll get those points again.
Oh, that's right. You times it by 3.
Two. I was going to times it by 3, but then I decided to times it by 2, but give them all the rewards below it.
Yep.
Right. So the person that pays the $1,000 a month will also get the same points that the $500 a month gets and the $100 a month gets, and stack up, and they'll get all them as well as their ones. If that makes sense.
Yeah. How you doing, David Clark? I got a nephew with that name.
David Clark.
Yeah, that's his name. Yeah. This isn't my nephew, but
There was a band in the 60s and 70s called Dave Clark 5.
oh yeah.
I used to go to school with one of their sons.
Oh, cool. I had a friend that went to. No, I'm joking.
No one knew who he was, though. I didn't know who he was. We just knew that Dave Clark 5.
We got
Clark,
Soundwave jumped in there at 33. Then Ian Menham jumped in there at 36, and we got going once.
and we got going twice. And I'm going to go.
And whoever gets in there before sold on Ian's screen gets it.
1. Sold. Sold to Ian Menham.
And Ian got it. Yeah.
£36, and it's mystery parcel worth 390. Just pop that over to the bank for us, Ian, and
30,
then
36.
buy me off the text.
Congratulations, Ian. Well done.
Well done. You should be happy with that.
Soundwave will just have to wait for tomorrow's or Mondays.
Yeah.
Mondays.
You have to wait for Mondays. Monday's one will be 150 quid.
Because we don't talk about what we give away in the live streams on Patreon.
Say that again.
I said we don't talk about what we give away in the live streams on Patreon.
No. So now today we're going to be doing our first Patreon show, aren't we?
Yes. It's right now it's just going to be audio. I mean, we can set up video, but there's not much to see except us. But the audio channel will give us a lot more interaction with people.
Oh, okay.
We can do it. I wanted to do the audio to set it up because I know everybody's new and it'll make it a lot easier for everybody to get in as a group. And they all know what we look like. So
yeah, this is true.
And then we can jump up the video.
Well, you're the producer and director, so we just follow your lead.
Aw.
And wherever you say we've got to go.
It's nap time. We're going to bed. Night.
Yeah, apart from that.
No worries. It'll be a fun time.
What else was I going to be on? All right. So we've done that one. And
middle of the stream giveaway?
Yeah. Let's do that. Should we go 50 to 100 this time?
Sure.
Okay. So I've written down a number. So everybody off you go, 50 to 100. And I'll let you know when I've seen the first one. Go.
Helps if I do it to both chats. All right. Got 77, 89, 71, 70. It's 50 through 100, please. 50 through 100.
50 through to 100.
Sound
No,
wave
lower than
23. We're changing it up. 50 to 100. Popcoin is on the other side.
Popcorn, you're in the wrong area. 50 to 100.
50 to 100.
There we go. Too late. And the winner is Ian Menham.
You got one?
Yeah, Ian Menham.
What was the number?
So we've got to go back up to 1222, sandwiched between Disney Princess at 74 and Wally Robson at 99. We've got Ian Menham at 60, and the number is 60.
Very, very well done, Ian. There, I got it.
Well done, Ian. Ian Menham, 500 points.
He is just rocking. Go buy a lottery ticket.
Yeah, you want to go and buy a lottery ticket today, Ian?
Didn't he win End of Stream last night?
Yeah, I think he did. I think you ought to go into the nearest shop on your way home, Ian, get one scratch card and a lottery ticket.
Get two.
If he's
Buy
lucky,
me one.
he only needs one. 500 points, and that's paid. Have you done that? Are you doing that? You want to do that straight away or wait? It's up to you, Butch.
Do what?
Do you want to give him his 500 points straight away, or do you want to wait till after the show?
Yeah. If you want to talk, I got it.
Yeah, I can carry on talking. So he'll do that now for you, Ian. Paid.
I just gotta. Oh, there we go. It kept popping up stuff on me. 110 million on euros tonight.
Is it? Wow.
I assume that's your guys' lottery.
Yeah, that's the lottery.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go do that now.
Or, as Chris Dyer says, no, actually, don't go and buy yourself a ticket, Ian. Buy me one.
Awesome.
So that was cool. All right, so we've done a little giveaway. We've
Done
done
the auction.
chats, and we've talked about a few things. Do you like my tie and shirt this morning?
It is. I really like the tie.
This is another one of Dad's. It's not quite central, is it? But another one of Dad's.
Very nice.
Yeah, he's got some good ties. Good ties and good shirts.
Just wearing my work shirt.
I noticed that on the merchandising shop, you've got a new category for bedding. I didn't know they did bedding.
They do towels and blankets and stuff, but they're kind of overpriced, so I haven't been adding them. But if you go to the main merch link, it'll list off all the different types of merch we have. So you can go to mugs, and it'll show all just mugs. And then if there's bedding in there, I don't think there's any bedding I have listed though. Is there?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But then again, you see, because of our idea of a COA for the merch and only producing a maximum of 200 per design.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters that they'll be overpriced. Because at some point, whereas right now we won't be selling them loads of them right now, but
the options there.
Yeah, the options there, and plus as time goes on, again, I honestly believe that when we get to a point where we've got 1,000 watchers, say, watching live, that's when you're going to be selling 100 of a merch item.
Yeah. I also did a separate merch on the website now, and it's today on Ian's live or Ian with lunch, or lunch with Ian. It's a separate one, and that's the merch that we're gonna we're doing on the show today. So like the coins that we're selling today for the COAs, the merch is underneath that link.
Is there?
Yep.
And here's another thing. Here's another thing. I think it was yesterday I said, if anybody buys an item of merchandising, we'll give them 1,000 points. Do you remember?
Yes.
And we sold a couple of bits of merchandising.
Okay.
Right. Now, of course, I just did that to just get things going with the merchandising, etc. Just going to get my spray ready. I might have to take my spray. In fact, I will have to take a spray. Sorry. Could you just play the commercial for a second, Butch?
Yes.
I need
Yes.
50 seconds respite.
Okay. If I can find it. There it is.
Take a step outside and seize the day now. Set aside your worries, it's okay now. The sun is here to stay. Blue skies, feel the wind beneath you as you fly by. Dancing on the clouds lifts you high, high, high. Your troubles gone.
That's a bit better.
You all right now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
sorry.
I'm sorry. It's really cold here today.
Yeah.
And so we have field mice that live around outside, and it's cold, so they're sneaking in and stealing the dog food. Well, they keep falling in the dog's water dish, so I got to go fetch one out and throw it back outside real quick.
Oh, okay. No worries. Sorry about that, Lee. I would have answered your question. It's all right, Chris. Lee is fine. He, sometimes a question can come across a bit, but no, Lee is fine. Trust me. People keep asking me the same thing about the Brexit 50p coin. What price should they put it up for? What price should they sell it for if they've got it? And here's the thing. If they release 3 million, it automatically becomes a £5-6 coin. Automatically. Even if you've been lucky enough to go out and find a whole bag, they automatically become £5-6. Because it puts it on the same par as the WWF. So you'll be able to buy it cheap to start with. People will be selling them for £1 and £2, but its value is 5-6 quid. However, they're now they're saying they're going to put another 7 million out between now and Christmas. That makes 10 million for the coin. So now, yes, but it's a coin that ain't exactly going to hold its value for that long. Once another 7 million come out, then everybody's going to find them like a Benjamin Bunny. So, when they say that they're going to release a coin and put 10 million of them on the marketplace, just simply ask yourself, how much is a Benjamin Bunny worth? Well, that's how much it's worth. So that answers that one. I should have answered it a bit earlier, but I had a bit of a chest pain. But and I've got your messages, Lee. I will get to them later, so don't worry. Right. So what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I will tell you what I was going to say, Butch. So
Ian had a question for you, real quick.
yeah, is the admin, the crowdfunding, the way to pay now, as it has changed since I last paid? If you've got, have you got my bank details, Ian? Because for that we prefer bank details.
Hey, thank you, David Cope.
I've actually got Ian's details here. So just give us a second, Ian.
All right.
And just copy that and send it to Ian. There it is. Message. And it's either Ian. It's either the Great British Coin Hunt or Ian Lambert. Both names are on the account. Okay, so what we're going to do is from now on, Butch. So keep that picture up there, but Butch. So every day we've got an auction going on, and every day we've got giveaways, and every day we've got the rollover, right? And
Correct.
also now every day we're going to have Butch's merch of the day. So each day you pick an item of merchandise, Butch, and depending on what that merchandise is, we will either do a promotion that day of 500 points or 1,000 points extra. You with me?
Uh-huh.
So what have you got it on at the moment? Let's have the lunch with Ian one. So we've got a choice of a t-shirt and a cushion, a pair of socks, and a mug.
That one's my favorite.
Ah, in the different colours. Right. So what we'll do is,
Oh, I got to redo the logo.
if the item of merchandising is below £20, then we give 500 points. If it's above £20, then you get 1,000 points. So today we are promoting this particular one. So this is a design that we're going to promote today, and every day we're going to promote one design. And if anybody buys that design that we're promoting on that day, we will give you extra points to go towards the cost of it,
Oh, I
or
get it now.
or whatever. Right. So if the item that we choose is less than 20 quid, so for this design, let's start again. So we're on the t-shirt.
Really?
T-shirt is £19.99, and then we've got the mug, which is below 20 quid, I think. So
The mug should be $15.99.
right, so that's below 20,
Right.
and the classic tee. Will it allow you to change the money on these from dollars to pounds, or does it have to be in dollars all the time?
It's I can check. I think the website just is dollars.
Okay.
Oh no. It's dollars or euros. That's your choice. There's a euro version of the site. If you're in Europe, you can click on it.
Okay, we're probably better off in euros then, because they're worth more than dollars. It's closer to the pound.
It does
But
both. It does both.
we are playing around with the merchandising shop, and Butch is adding designs and colours and various bits and pieces and changing it around all the time. Prices will swap around a bit.
If you log in from the UK, it should pop up euros because the prices are different.
Got ya. Oh yeah, because you're showing us because you're logged in from
America.
from America, right?
Hopefully, it shows euros for you guys.
So if people see the site in euros,
It doesn't give me the option to switch up there. Here we go. It says United States, Canada, International.
right? We'll come back to you in a minute, Soundwave Man, for that question. So the idea is going to be that we promote an item of merchandising and show you a particular design, one design a day, right? And this is the one that we're picking on today, which is the Lunch with Ian design. So if the item that you buy is below 20, and it'll be euros, obviously. Thank you, Logan. If it's below 20,
There we go.
then you get 500 points for buying that item. If it's above 20, you'll get 1,000 points. So sometimes when looking at it, supposing we've got a t-shirt there for $19.99, well, we might just make that t-shirt 21, knock it over to 20, and then if somebody buys it and we promote it one day, they're going to get 1,000 points.
The t-shirt should be the same price in US and in euro. I think I put them both at $19.99.
Got you.
But I'm not sure about the rest.
Yeah. So of course, if we're gonna, when we start looking and maybe repricing and things.
Disney Princess says it shows in pounds where she's at.
Okay, brilliant. That's brilliant.
I just know I have a selection, or I can put in different pricing for US dollar and in euro. But it doesn't, it just lets me put different pricing in. Now, the one thing to watch out for with Teespring, some of these items only ship from the US and some of them ship from international spots. The stuff that ships just from the US the shipping might be a little more.
Yeah, it will be.
It might take longer.
Yeah, that's why I want to sort of promote it a little bit, but in a way that you and I can control it.
Yeah.
Because if we just said, "I'll buy what you like and we'll give you extra points and all the rest of it," that would be a nightmare to try and actually do it, you know?
Yeah, because they don't give us any information as to who bought what.
Yeah, but this way we can do it one-on-one for a little while. So later on when we get busy, we won't do it because it'd be too much mucking about. But for now, it's a way of being able to promote it and also get you guys to buy into it a little bit. You know, if you're thinking, well, the postage is a bit heavy or price is a bit heavy, etc., you can get it a little bit cheaper by getting a bonus of points. So if you buy lunch with Ian, pardon me, today, any item for lunch with Ian, if it's below 20 quid, you get 500 points added to your account. And if it's above 20 quid, the item that you buy, then you'll get 1,000 points added to your account.
What the heck? Move.
Have you got mice coming in? One of his animals probably escaped. He's got a zoo there, living with him in his basement. He's got a zoo. So yesterday, Dan, can't remember.
The second one.
You found it?
Yeah, I got it.
Yesterday, somebody bought a couple of 288 Say No to 288 mugs, and today we're promoting Lunch with Ian merchandise. So so don't worry about the other items, Butch. If there's other items that you can add to it, don't worry about the prices, because now what we'll do is we'll promote things every day. So even if there was a towel up there, and even if that towel was a bit expensive, someone might go, well, because you're offering 1,000 points, I'll buy it today.
Okay.
You know?
I'm gonna start fine-tuning the merch too. So this one has every color, every t-shirt, every hoodie, everything. Once you get into it, you can select from a ton of stuff. in colors. So I
Yeah.
gave everything to this one.
Which one? What, this merchandising one?
Yep, the one we have up right now.
I can see pink, grey, black, and green. Is that right? Oh, wow.
Each individual item has its own colors.
Oh, I see. You was explaining this to me the other day. Yeah, certain items only come with so many colours.
Yeah.
What's it look like on pink, that mug?
No,
Okay,
I do believe the handle will come pink. I think this is just their mock-up.
right. And what's on the other side?
The website.
All right. Okay, cool. Brilliant. I like that. So if anybody fancies a mug priced at $14.95, you get 500 points. If you go for the cushion and you want to snuggle up and put your head on my pretty little face, then look at that. How can you not want to snuggle up to that, eh? Then you'll get 1,000 points. So it's like getting a tenner off. I like that.
You're
That was
Irish.
that black one was my favourite cushion. So yeah, that's my favourite one so far.
I like that color. But yeah, that black one looks sharp.
That's because the black outline now has melted into the background. So it looks a sharper picture.
The image also has shadowing behind it. So if it's on the white, it looks like it's raised up. I don't know if you can tell on here.
Yeah.
But if you look below your hand, you can see the shadowing makes it look raised.
Yeah, it does. There's some great colours there.
Yeah, the black looks sharp though.
That black one is really sharp. Yeah, I'd like to get one of those.
I already have the next picture picked out.
Do you? There's so many things I want to get. I tell you, I can't afford to move. Oh,
We're gonna change the picture out once a week. All right.
Got you. It's all right. I got you, Lee. Hang on a second, Butch.
No worries. I was just gonna put that up.
Cool. Hold that thought a second. Oh, that one. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, Lee. I did see your picture the other day. The only thing is, I haven't seen a Brexit 2016, and I didn't even know that they'd made any. That's how behind I am now.
I thought, didn't they make one entering the European Union, and then now Brexit is the one leaving?
Yeah, but this was supposed to be 2016, and
that would have been 4 years too old or too new, wouldn't it? Yeah.
We're getting ready for it, and then, but it all got they all got melted down and stuff. So no, I don't know anything about 2016, Lee. If someone else does, then if someone else knows about the coin that Lee is talking about, please get in touch with him and maybe communicate with him and maybe give him a hand. I literally don't know anything about that coin. I haven't seen one, and I haven't even researched it, so I don't know, Lee. Sorry, mate. And I will respond to your text later on, but
yeah, I'm pulling it up now.
I didn't know they'd actually released any. Did you, if you don't mind me asking, did you find it, Lee, or did you buy it? Was it one you found in change, or did you buy it? But I'll have a look at that anyway afterwards for you. But yeah, I don't know anything about it, so I'm cold on that one. If anybody else knows about it, like I say, leave a comment, get in touch with Lee, and he's a genuine guy. Lee's a genuine guy. He's a genuine customer. Disney Princess says she can't see the lunch with Ian merchandise. Would somebody mind putting up a link for that whilst I look at Soundwave Man's question? I have not received.
Is this the one you're talking about?
Yeah, I think that's it. Is that the one you're talking about, Lee? And for Soundwave Man, he says, I've not received an order confirmation for my recent order placed on the 5th. Should I have received one? 5th. That would be 3 days ago. Are we talking about an item off our site, Soundwave Man, or merchandise?
Oh, it won't let me pull up the website.
Paid for it. Well, I would say if you paid for it, I'd keep hold of it, because that must be like Rockinall's poo. That must be really difficult to find or get hold of then.
The gold looking one.
And I didn't even think they'd released any, to be honest.
It's Cook Island.
Oh, a Cook Islands one. Ah, well,
If that's the other side of it.
Yeah, if you're not talking an English one, then, you know, then values and that, they go all over the place. I mean, look at the Hercules, 200 quid in some places. My site. In which case, then, if it's my site, I would guess that it's probably a COA. Don't worry about it for the moment, John. We had, when they came in yesterday morning, there was over 200 orders on the system, because people have been buying 5, 6 sets, 10 sets of the COAs and stuff like that. And
is he asking about the order on the 5th?
Yeah, and we've got several hundred orders to work out and go through. So some of those, you know, we'll be up to date by next week. But according to the COA order, yeah, don't worry about it. It's probably not been marked to dispatch yet because it hasn't been sent.
The stuff I send out takes about 2 weeks to get to you. So if you don't get it in 2 weeks, let me know.
Yeah. Butch, could you put a link up to the lunch with Ian merchandise?
Oh yeah.
So that's the one we're going to promote today. Get some promotion going on. And then later on today, we're going to do some kind of a show at 3 o'clock, which is likely to be audio only, not video.
The hangout.
But we'll be on audio and we can chat, and you can chat with us. Instead of you typing, you'll be able to chat with us. But that will only be available for the people that pay $9 a month. You know, so you can ask me questions about what's going on with this or what's going on with that, and you can actually get a straight answer from me without me having to worry about who's listening, who's not listening, you know, who wants to chirp in and chirp out and cause problems and throw toys out of their pram and send solicitors and all the rest of it. They ain't got to worry about any of that. And you'll be helping us keep afloat and keep going and build something else a bit special. Because what me and Butch are building over there is a bit of an exclusive channel. It's all going to be exclusive, you know.
We do have a free area where you're more than welcome to go into, but everything else is up behind locked doors.
But bear in mind, this is a business and so on. We are trying to get ourselves out of trouble. We're grabbing hold of every straw and bit of driftwood we can get hold of, which is working tirelessly in the background to do what he can, as is everybody here. So nothing gets fixed in a day, but it's all part of it. It's all part of the fix and helping us and getting us going and everything. And what I love about the Patreon is we can start to have a bit of an exclusive club. You know, so we're going to have a rollover every time, every week on there, and that rollover is going to start off at 5,000 points, and there's only 4 people that are in that draw at the minute, because that draw is for the people that pay $9 a month. So at $9 a month, you're in that draw, and if you're online to claim it within 60 seconds of us pulling a winner, at whatever point we pull a winner, then you'll get it. And if you're not online within 60 seconds to claim it, then it will roll over to the next show. And it will go to 10,000 and 15 and 20 and so on.
You're talking about the Discord show?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if we're doing like once a week on a Friday, then we've got 5,000 points up for grabs for our free draw from the people that are paying the $9 a month. If you see what I mean. So, and don't forget to leave a comment on yesterday's stream today as well.
The link's in the description.
Is there a link that goes through to the actual Lunch with Ian merch, or does it just go through
the link on the website?
Yeah.
The main menu on the website. It's right there. Lunch with Ian merch.
Oh, okay. Lunch with Ian merch. Oh, there it is. Yeah, under the one that posted under the Great British Coin Hunt.
And then I'll add them to the regular merch tomorrow. And then whatever we do on Monday, I'll go up there.
Got ya. That's it. So that's the one we're doing today. Lunch with Ian. One of those merchandising items. If it's below 20 quid, you get 500 points. And if it's above 20 quid, you get 1,000 points. So if you buy the cushion, you'll get 1,000 points. If you buy the t-shirt or the mug, you'll get 500 points. And if you buy the pair of socks, you'll get 1,000, I think, because I think they're over 20 quid.
That would be the sticker.
There's the Falkland Islands one.
Looks like you're going to the wrong screen.
Oh, yeah. That's it. That's the one, Chris. Thank you.
Come here. There we go.
I'm just signing this. Is it the 9th today? Is it the 9th?
I think it is. No, it's the 7th.
7th. So that's that, and that's that. Look at that, 5 to 1. Okay, so anybody buys a Lunch with Ian merchandising,
Yes.
chances are I already know you, and you already got this. So if you buy a merchandising item today, and it's a Lunch with Ian merchandising item, and it must be today for the extra points, because tomorrow it could be a different one, or Monday it'll be a different one. So has to be a Lunch with Ian one, and if it's less than 20 quid, 500 points. If it's over 20 quid, 1,000 points. And then send me a text, let me know you bought it. We will double check it, and then we'll pay the extra points into your account. That's simple.
Nice.
That's simple. So now we'll do the free draw. 2,000 points draw.
2,000 points. All right. Get our comments in. We got 21 comments.
21 comments. And I'm hoping to win, just to give you a, just to muck you up and give you a rollover. Come on, Ian. Come on, Ian.
Wally Robson.
Wally Robson.
60 seconds.
Wally Robson did it. 60 seconds you got by my watch, Wally.
And he said, quality as always.
You got 60 seconds by my watch, and then here we go. There's 15 gone, and then it will be a rollover. So you've now got 35 seconds to leave a comment and say you're here, and then you've got to text me and let me know who you are. Cool. So Wally Robson's claimed his prize. Now you.
Oh, nice! I didn't see him pop up yet.
Now you got to
Yay.
Wally, and you got to text me and tell me who you are, and then I can put the points into your account. And then you got 2,000 points. And then that'll be it for today. So you text me, Wally, please, and then I know you are, and we can add the points.
Is he he's on right now?
Yeah, he's on right now.
I already got him.
You got him?
Yep, I got him.
Okay.
Do.
I'm just gonna text you anyway
No worries.
to confirm that we're on the same page with who it is. Yep. That's all right, mate. We've got you. 2,000 points are being added to your account as we speak. So that was Wally.
2,000. And they are entered. Oh, I entered them backwards again. Sorry. I got to redo that.
Backwards?
Yeah, I gave him GAW points. I put the GAW where the points should be.
Oh,
now you got points. I'm going to turn that off. All right.
Yeah, I've got you, Wally. No problem. Well done, mate. Points have been added. You can go and spend them. There you go. Well done for joining us. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for being part of the show.
They are in his account.
And thanks to everybody else. Look at that. And we're ending on time again.
Oh, 58 seconds.
58 seconds to go. Ain't bad, is it? We've sort of managed to do that.
You have forgot one thing.
Go on.
Channel of the week. It's the last day to announce it.
Channel of the week is
Mr. Steve Frazier.
You know what? Look, I keep getting that appear over your writing. Can you see?
Well, why don't you click no thanks?
I don't know.
Logan!
I must pay more attention.
Oh,
anyway.
I was putting comments on there, but the comments screw it all up. So,
right. So, channel of the week, Dragon Lord coins. Let's have a link for Dragon Lord coins. Please go over there and subscribe to him and join him, and give him a bit of support. So there we go. There's a link for Dragon Lord coins. Stevie Fraser. Go over there and subscribe to Stevie. He comes on. He does a bit of searching. He does a bit of chirping. He does a bit of, relaxed conversation, whatever. So go and join him.
And everybody has their points already, so everybody's done.
Everybody's got their points. Lovely.
Yep. And we got the new COAs. The 2 new COAs are up.
The 2 new COAs are up. Falklands penny and the Falklands 2p. And
hi, Disney. Thank you, Dave.
I'll see you all on Monday. See if you can guess what colour tie I'm going to wear, or what colour shirt I'm going to wear.
We'll see what we can do.
Excellent. Great stream. Thanks very much.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everybody. We'll play you out with my favourite advert. I play this 5 times a day at least. I love it. I get dancing away to it.